Gym to gym, you just go, sandwich. What did I say? Why did I say that? Am I getting dementia? That's put dog down, not Frank. Not Frank. That's put. Like,
Oh my god, you start.
Yeah.
I swear you
17 years old.
do this
17 years old she was. Rose. Dead.
I can't. You just what?
Dead.
Sorry. So not your dog. I think you should explain this.
Technically my dog, but from my previous relationship.
Oh no.
17 years.
You did it.
Dead. Huh?
You didn't do it. You took it to the vet.
I don't think you can.
Thoughts on tea this week?
Not great. You can't make tea.
I think that's alright. That's a good one, to be fair.
It gets the almond milk and stuff. It's like, if you're offering someone a cup of tea, right? If you're offering them a cup of tea,
creamy.
then give them something that they expect. Not just like throwing a cheeky bit of...
It's mayonnaise.
So, 17 dead, gone. You can't kill a dog.
You can't go on like that. I took it to the vet and then it's not that. It's not like that. Though,
you're not legally allowed to kill a dog, I don't think.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be able to. Well, so you have to take them somewhere.
Yeah,
that seems fair.
Yeah, it's good. Jack Grealish is good, isn't he?
Jack Grealish. Who said it? Who said it years ago? No.
Did you?
You know I did.
He was playing the Championship. I didn't watch him then.
No, but do you remember you said you because you were linked with him and didn't get him, or it looked like you were about to have him, and I was like, he is amazing. Remember that? I said a little while ago because I watched the game last night. Sorry, not even last night. Yesterday afternoon, and he's well good. Not
so
only
good.
that, he's got to start. He has to start for England.
He's not even in the squad, is he?
He's yeah. Well, he hasn't been. Like if he's not in, there'll be uproar.
He's better than Maddison.
Again, these are all things I've definitely said.
Oh, well, now I agree.
And I was like...
Everybody's got to come to their own conclusion.
Sure, you've got to find it in your own
find your own way, isn't it?
Yeah. But do you know what?
He's a leader.
And do you know what? The hair, the socks, we all hated it. And now we're like...
Mate,
you do you, mate.
If you're good enough,
you
can do what you want.
Yeah.
I love the rolled down socks. I mean, his hair is fucking horrible. But if he likes it, he's good enough to have that hair. He's like the kid that turns up in the five-a-side with pink boots. You have to be fucking mustard if you're wearing pink boots, and he is. He's not just that, like you say, he drives Villa forward.
Yeah,
like he's a lead. He kind of reminds me a bit of like Beckham-esque type leadership, like by performance,
not through his mouth, through his performance.
Yeah, exactly.
And his fashion sense and hairstyles.
Yeah,
very similar to Beckham.
Just like the way he leads by example, and it's such a detraction from what he used to be that it's an incredible thing. And we've missed the boat. He is not coming to Tottenham. He's going somewhere else. Liverpool, probably. Liverpool could have him.
Do you think Liverpool get him?
Because they get him. Why wouldn't he go to Liverpool? The best team in the world.
If they keep everyone, which they always want to stay.
They won't want to. They want to start recycling that squad.
Yeah, but that's a nice little recycle, isn't it? Like Chamberlain's been brilliant for them, but he is injury prone. Grealish plays every single game, every minute of every single game.
He'll have to play up the top though, Grealish. He can't play midfield.
Well, that's it. I looked at
I
looked at the average positions at the end of it because you do think of him as like, right, just give it here. Like he's probably it's like he's playing a playground and he's like the best player. You know, just give him the ball.
Yes.
Stop messing about. Give me the ball and I'll sort this out.
Yeah.
But his average position is that like left forward.
Yeah, but he also took the responsibility of dropping deep. It was almost like he could do whatever he wanted. A couple of times he picked the ball up from the defenders in that CDM role. Which I really, really was impressed, and I was fearful when he got the ball. And
because he commits players, doesn't he? And then goes past them. The amount of fouls he wins as well.
Yeah, he's like by far and away the most foul player in the Premier League. Yeah. I think we got in the first half there was 9 fouls, and midway through the second half we fouled him 9 times, and 6 of them were on him.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
He's got to start now. You need to find a way, Gareth. You've got to be flexible with this. Because I know, don't be that Capello guy or that Sven guy.
He will.
And have your favourites.
He has been flexible.
I hope so.
He's almost radicalised the entire English team.
Yeah, totally.
We have got England
something's happening there.
Something is definitely happening, Jim.
What's going on?
Aren't they, though? They've got so many good players, England, now.
Just loads of them are injured.
Sancho, Sterling,
Kane,
Rashford, Grealish, Maddison.
Tanganga. Dropped.
Jaffet.
Dropped, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it's fine. He's played 8 games.
You've got to take him out, haven't you? You've got to take him out, these youngsters, sometimes, and protect them. That's what Warb says.
Yeah. Tanganga, eh? Anyway, yeah, look, we've got so many good players. And who else we got? Defenders?
We've got... Goalkeeper's a bit weak.
Who is it? Nick Pope? Don't feel your confidence.
Yeah, not really. Pickford, he can kick the ball, but... He's
proper aeroplane.
Do you know what's terrible?
And he's weird, isn't he?
He's a bit weird.
Pickford is weird. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him come out of his house and take a Deliveroo takeaway, and he started celebrating like a nut. It was ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing. Do you know what's terrible with him? Or like how the media paints. Or I mean, it's not just media, is it? It's Twitter as well. Will paint how you see a player. Because in my head, Pickford's got just tiny arms. I know he's got smaller arms, and he doesn't help himself because he does the roll up to here.
Yeah.
But in my head, he's literally playing like that. With tiny little arms.
Right.
That's not fair. Stuart Fleming said this. Laurel and Hardy, the Chuckle Brothers. No, Flav and James are my fave comedy duo.
Fake.
Thoughts on that? Fave.
Oh.
That's my fave football related podcast that's not really football related. Good summing up of the podcast.
Good.
This week's podcast, we're going to be catching up on the podcast a couple of weeks ago where we spoke about things like big club, small club, divide. I've got a new bit called Take It As a Condiment. Which is a rehash of a joke I made 2 weeks ago, but plays on us describing Dele Alli as Dijon Mustard. Yeah, and on the same vein, we've got Woke Takes, another new bit as well from the other week, and we have what else do we have? We've got we're going to be talking about Jurgen Klopp's weird little mate, although we won't. That's the name of the bit. We're going to be talking about Gary Megson, how you described him in 6 words. We went on Twitter and we went on YouTube, and you've said loads of brave takes, which we will look at right now. The obvious one to kick off with is from a lot of different people. Jimmy Nizzle, talking about Man City. Man City will never be a big club. What's happening now proves it. League 2 awaits.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not going to be a big club. They aren't a big club.
Are they not a big club?
What does that mean?
I think they've got a huge club.
They've got lots of money.
I've had this debate a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because what's the criteria? It's an amalgamation of.
It's the size of your fan base.
Huddersfield a big club. It's just the fan base.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just size of your fan base.
So Leeds.
They can't even sell out.
Leeds a bigger club than
Man City.
Leicester City.
If they have more fans around the world, then yes, that's the only way to decide. I mean, it's hard to quantify how many fans someone's got. But yeah, of course they are.
I don't think... What, you think it's 100% that?
What else can it be?
It can be the level that they're playing at, the stadium they've got, the players they've got, the trophies they've won.
Fair enough. So Man City, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, we were in League 2.
League 1, yeah.
And the only reason they've had what they had is because of the money, which, as it turns out, we're not 100% sure yet, because they're going to appeal the charge, but they have been cheating. Naughty boys.
So what's your reaction to that? I saw you put something on Twitter.
Absolutely love it.
You're saying that... Because I want to talk about how Man City fans must feel about this at some stage. And then we could talk about... Like Guardiola said, I will be here even if we're in League 2 next season.
Right. Yeah. He's only, how long has he got left in his contract? 2 years?
He's got end of next season.
Right, so he's staying for end of next season. So they're not going to be in League 2, are they? It's a stupid thing for him to say.
It's fine. It's a safe take.
He should say, I am signing a new contract for 5 years. That's what you should say. But what you're saying now is, I'm going to honour my contract. I'm not going to give up on the 600 grand a week I'm getting.
Yeah. That's hugely unsensible though, isn't it? Yeah. Like, we're in a really tough time. Sign me up. You'd just keep your mouth shut, wouldn't you?
Well, just be quiet. Don't talk these bullshit platitudes. Just shut up. What do I think about it?
So the idea, the facts that we have is that there's going to be, as it stands, there's going to be a 2-year ban from the Champions League, from UEFA. Man City have been really strong in their stance and their comments since, saying that they will appeal it and they expect to be victorious once they do appeal it. The charge is that they overstated, that seems to be the word that everyone's talking about, overstated the amount of money they got from their sponsorship. And so if they've broken those rules, it's kind of different to... Man City's different, isn't it, to, say, QPR, who've had their fine in the past. Ours was like... Because for them, it was... We were spending beyond our means, and we were kind of... But we're a club that's kind of... It's not going to sort of constantly be okay. You haven't got so much wealth behind your football club. Whereas Man City, they were just trying to find new ways to be able to unleash their financial...
Yeah, and that's their task, isn't it? That's their job, to do that, to give themselves the biggest opportunity, because it is a competition after all. But it's what bothered me about it is that there was like Jurgen Klopp coming out and going, "Oh yeah, I feel for Manchester City." And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you feel for them? Like, it's not their fault, or it's the fans or the players. I feel for the players. They're taking huge amounts of money. It's the players' fault. They're all demanding
it's the players' fault.
Yeah, of course it is. If they just go, look, my name is Riyad Mahrez, and I want £200,000 a week, please. Thank you very much. They're culpable. Don't feel sorry for them. They're taking the money.
But they have a choice.
Yeah, they have a choice
to say yes or no.
Yes, no. They should have said no. It's too much money. You're spoiling me. I can blame them all I want, and right now I'm blaming the players. Yeah, players and the fans.
Fair enough.
But Shake Me Sorry gets by. You know why feel sorry for them? They've won the league by overspending. They've won the league by breaking FFP. I'm not saying they wouldn't have won the league anyway. I'm just saying they've given themselves an additional advantage to all the ones they have already.
Yeah.
Or they've made an accounting error. But can you believe that? A club that size, that wealthy? Well, look, some accountants I've overstated that.
What I find interesting is that they've been very strong in how they've said this is unfair. That Man City are saying this is something that's judged by UEFA, created by UEFA, judged by UEFA, and the final decision is made by UEFA, which is very similar to judged.
And you're playing in a competition. You're banned from competition run by UEFA.
Yeah, they're saying that things like this should be dealt with by an independent panel, which I agree with that.
Why?
Because
they're not out to get Man City. Man City broke the rules.
Well, I get there's two different points to all of this, right? So if they've broken the rules, 2 years. Some people would say that seems harsh, but UEFA have to make a stand, and there needs to be a deterrent. And so if they've done that, and it feels like it's harsh, then you probably got it about right in terms of the 2 years.
Mm.
But I think it's a fair point from them to make that this kind of judgment should be made.
But it does. When you appeal, it goes to the Court of Arbitration, which is an independent of both.
But the appeal's going to the Court of Arbitration, isn't it?
Which they always appeal.
Yes, yeah. So now, when that comes out in the wash...
Whatever that is, it will be fair.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope they appeal it and get another 2 years on top of that.
Is that how it works?
A frivolous appeal.
Wasting court's time.
You're wasting the court's time. Get the hell out. Look, even as a Man City fan, can you be annoyed, really? Look at what you've got. Look at what you've got. Look at what you've had over the last 10 years. You've had it all. You've experienced things that 99.9% of football fans will never, right? This is your medicine. Just take it. Shut up. Stop moaning.
Yeah.
Get on with it. Bend over. Have your ass slapped. And because I read somewhere. And this could be completely false. Probably is. I'm going to say it anyway. That they're in breach again next year. So it's like a 3 year.
3 year cycle. Yeah.
So next year they're going to have to sell.
Yeah.
In order to make sure they don't get, because if they break it again 2 years on the bounce, it's got to be 4 years. Got to be 4 years. Well, and then Shake Myself, he's got to go in here.
He's got to go. Words like that, mate. Yeah. Do you know, funny thing is that QPR, the Lee Hughes, the CEO of QPR,
not the guy that ran over the guy.
No, Lee Hughes, Hoos. Mark Warburton and Les Vernon did an interview, talking because you could tell they're fed up. They're annoyed at QPR fans because basically, I think we said it in the last podcast. We wanted to keep Nike Wells, who wasn't our player, he was Burnley's player.
Yeah.
We didn't have the money. Well, we offered an amount of money, and it wasn't what they wanted because they could get more elsewhere. So they took that. So all our QPR fans go, no ambition. And it's like, you could tell they were like, right, that is it. Turn the camera on. Ask us about this. And they were going...
Who are you talking about? Lee Hughes?
So Lee Hughes
Who
is
is
QPR. QPR's CEO.
Right.
The manager of QPR, Mark Warburton.
Yes,
and Les Vernon, sporting director. And they're all like going... to everyone in social media going, you QPR fans have been moaning about us spending too much money for the last 4 or 5 years and going, how could you be so irresponsible?
Yeah.
And now, because one window and we don't buy narky wells, everyone's going, got no ambitions. I saw one tweet, someone going, 17 years of support of this club. But that's it. That's enough for me. And I was just like... And so they are going, we are not going to spend... any more money than we have. We have learnt our lesson and we won't be doing it again.
Yeah.
So for generally football fans, it's hard for you to be that reasonable in terms of what you want to do because you want, like we've said about the transfer window, you want people to just spend loads of money, get them in. Let's see the pictures with them holding the scarf and all the consequences you don't really think about or worry about.
That summer where we signed 7 players, it was so much fun.
We signed 15 in the summer. It was brilliant. I mean, it had to be done, and they did it the right way.
This summer?
Yeah, but we got rid of 12, right. And we didn't really spend much money on it. But what I liked about our...
But you just kept opening the paper back then. You got another one.
Yeah, what's his name? So what?
Eric Lamella.
He scores goals. But yeah, I really liked watching that interview because they were going... We want to make sure there's a club here in 125 years. Stop. They couldn't say it because you can't ever go at the fans ever. But rightly, they wanted to go. Look, everyone just figure it out. Which leads me to a question for Man City fans. This is embarrassing for your football club to be banned for this kind of thing. Would you have taken it?
Yeah. All of it.
I wonder if there's anyone who wouldn't have taken it though. They would go, no, you want to do it the right way.
Some Man City fans don't enjoy this new brand of football club that they have. Some of them walked away. If you don't
try and spend as much money as possible, can you become a Man City?
Now,
can Leicester get there like regularly season after season? You're not a million miles off that, but you are a large club.
Yeah, I think we're entering an era of complete dominance for Tottenham. I feel like we are going to surprise some people.
Yeah, something.
We are going to just going to start opening our wallets and just take it.
What do you need?
I've got. Yeah. Did you see? Do you want to know who's that? Sort of an average Spanish footballer. We are apparently 4th as the most richest, wealthiest clubs in the world.
What?
I know.
What? Based on what? Total money? Like in your DuckTales, Google it. In your DuckTales bank of money, you've got the 4th most.
It's like I saw this thing. It's like soccer. I can't remember what it was, but it's like with the stadium, with the Champions League run, with the constant Champions League football. We're just minted apparently. So what I'm saying is...
It can be done.
Maybe
it can be done.
And the thing is that you can't splurge anymore. You have to spend within your means. So we would always have to sell. But it's just, I don't know.
Out of those, if you're a Man City player and you get a 2-year ban, do you look to get out of there or just continue to take the money? Because that's basically the decision, isn't it? They're not going to be bugged. They're going to be like, when they win the championship trophy, they're like... It's not like us when we're just
that's why they I think Man City fans are getting bored of Man City because they don't really go to the games, do they? It's half full sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean that goes back to
they're one of the best teams in the league in Europe, and they can't sell their stadium out. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but
what is that club? What is it?
Well, they've grown bigger than their
fan base.
Yeah,
because they're a tiny club.
Tiny.
Well, right, they're a medium-sized football club with a lot of money.
Okay, let's move on from Man City. Will they win? I bet they win Champions League though.
They've got it now, and it's just it. This is it.
There's your story, written, ready to go.
You know it's going to get overturned. And these things don't stick.
I think it'll be a year.
Well, they're going to have till, so it won't be this year.
By the way. I'm pretty sure it'll be a year. I don't know.
I don't know. What's this about?
something really got changed.
But why do you own that?
Because it was there. It was a nice colour.
It's another country.
Yeah.
An opponent. We saw them beat us.
I'm just, De Bruyne is obviously going through a lot right now. I just want to show a bit. He's fine. I'm sure he's great. Right, let's race through some of these because we've got lots of input from the lads and ladies. Did you see that actually? Sam Smith went to a Fulham game.
Who's he?
They. I think you're fine.
Sam Smith,
the singer. Remember? Huh? Sam Smith is the singer. Sam Smith.
Yeah, there's. What do you mean? Hey, they.
Well, Sam has decided that they doesn't want to be known as a male or a female. Remember?
No.
We spoke about this on the podcast.
Did we?
A while about. We were talking about and then because we're stupid.
Did I say I agree with it?
Yeah, we said we're fine with it, but what we kept going. So Sam doesn't want to be called he or she anymore, and we kept going. Well, look, if he wants to do that, that's absolutely fine. Afterwards, it's just exactly what he's just said he doesn't want.
But it's really hard.
It's so hard.
It's
really, really difficult. But Sam went to a Fulham game, and he took a picture.
Yeah.
And he went. Sam Smith went. Great to go to the game. #lads, and then I saw someone retweet it with a quote going. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you just genderize or whatever it was? You pig. Well, brilliant.
What? So what is that again? Because that's one thing I don't get. I don't get is why don't they want to be identified as male or female?
I think the idea is that if
is that how they
feel
male
yes,
or female?
Yes, and so that's like the expression of being queer. It comes from for you to be gay, you have to be male and be attracted to males, and for you to be a lesbian, you need to be a woman. And
Flange.
Yes. So if you're neither of those, if you're fluid, then you are queer.
So, all right, is that right? I didn't know that. So, because I thought queer was gay, it's not.
No.
So, are they asexual as well?
No.
No. Do they have sex?
No, not at all.
They don't have sex?
No, just think of the root of it. Right? So you've got men, women, someone who doesn't believe they're male or female, believes they're fluid. Like Sam Smith.
They're fluid, not...
So sometimes... So the way Sam Smith likes to describe it, I won't get too vulgar with it, but sometimes you fancy a...
Yeah, and sometimes you...
Oh, no, sometimes you want to do someone, and sometimes you want to... No, but sometimes you want to be done. So that's part of his understanding of it.
Cool.
But ultimately, it's the root of who you are and then how it works in terms of who you fancy. Only on the James and Flav.
So it's always sexual. It's sexual based.
It's your sexuality, yeah. Being queer is, yeah.
Right. How do you know this stuff?
Because
have you got a gay mate?
Yeah, I've got a few gay mates.
Is that right?
Have you?
Yeah. My people are giving me away.
Yeah. You can have him for £5.
£5 sandwich.
No more.
I have no idea why the word sandwich came out of my mouth. I have no idea where the word sandwich came. Jim to Jim, you just go, sandwich. What did I say? Why did I say that? Am I getting dementia? Fucking, where did that come from?
Can I just say as well, like it's 10 to 4, so it's not like lunchtime and he's hungry. Sandwich. Sandwich.
The two girls are giving me, me and Ollie, they're doing a service for us.
Hang on, why have you said sandwich?
I don't know. There's
got to be a reason for that. Why did he say sandwich? Let us know. Right, let's run through this quickly.
What I'm saying is I've got gay mates. Right.
Brilliant. Darren Holiday, Saka is going to go to the Euros as a left back.
Who's Saka?
Did you watch the Arsenal game afterwards?
No, I did not.
18-year-old.
I know. I've seen him play.
Yeah.
As a left. What's his natural position?
He can go anywhere, but he's actually been very versatile. Probably too early for him. He's only 18. I wouldn't make that call. Danny Rose played, and he doesn't get on. Just sits there. at left back. Like if I get like he wants to play football so he can get in the Euro squad, but he's not like
if he's our left back option, then
but he is.
There's no one else.
It's Chilwell, sorry, but he would be number 2, I'd imagine.
He shouldn't go. He's done.
Okay. Marega. Mikey says Marega should be allowed to leave Porto and get an instant transfer to anywhere that wants him because he obviously belongs somewhere more supportive than Porto.
So he's walked off the pitch because of the racism. The ref didn't protect him, and there was.
Have you seen the clip?
Yes,
the clip is outrageous.
He does this, doesn't he?
Well, he's obviously being abused, and then he scores, and he goes like that, he taps to his skin, and then people throw chairs at him, like massive chairs, and then he he's obviously upset and annoyed, so he like puts the chair over his head for a second, and then throws it back on the floor. Like they're miles up in the up the stairs, so that he's not throwing it at them, and then the ref books him. Which is just aggravating the situation, isn't it?
I mean, he has to, though. But it is. Use your common sense.
Yeah.
But they're not there to have common sense, are they? They're there to just play by.
I've had this debate a few times with my mate Dom. Dom was a winger and I was a centre midfielder. And he was always like if he didn't mean it or if it was like the Sterling one the other week. If like in my head, I'm like, well, if you got the ball first, you got the ball first. Like the rest of it, if there's no menace in it, I don't really care for that. It's like, this is a contact sport. You got the ball. Like common sense should play a part in this. Or like you,
but you can't. You get the ball and then go through someone. Can you?
Yeah. Or a better example is probably like if you do a tackle in the first minute, and they go, all right, you can have the one. You get one,
or you're
and that's
it.
In the first. Yeah. Whereas Dom would always understandably go, well, no, if it's like booking, it's a booking. That's the end of it. And it's kind of moving towards that way with all of it, which I get.
It is though,
but this, like that, or like you've had it in the past. People's like someone's passed away and then they've taken their shirt off to show something. Like these are like nice things, like relax.
Yeah, true. Well, why do you think there's such big problems for race in Spain and I didn't know Portugal was particularly there was an issue there, but apparently there is. Well, is it because they're kind of like this?
Is there a big sort of problem in Portugal then?
Right wing. Well, I don't know, but going by this.
So I mean, I'm amazed by that because Portugal, the sort of roots of that country. There's a lot of people. It's a very multiracial country, so I don't really understand why that is the case. But
scumbags, isn't it? There's scumbags everywhere. What can you do?
But yeah, I was actually like and then the players were trying to stop him leaving the pitch. I think there's probably a better answer to it than the one they would. I think probably the truth of that is they're going, oh, don't let him win, kind of thing. But if he wants to go off, they
should go off. They
should kind of stick by him.
Yeah, maybe they didn't want to.
But yeah, should he be allowed a free move? I mean, someone's got to want him as well, but I'm sure there is.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, you can't just because he's got a contract, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Computer Boy, here's one for you, Flav. It only takes 2 to 3 months to evaluate a manager. If it's taking longer, he's not your man. So Mourinho.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Mourinho at the moment?
I love him. Back to loving him.
Back to loving him today. Yeah. That's good.
Only Liverpool have taken more points than Spurs since he took over. We're second. That's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is bizarre.
Doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't feel like that. But watching the game yesterday, you had a hell of a lot of chances.
Yes, we did.
Dele Alli.
Another game.
So Dijon.
We could have so Dijon. He could have won that. We could have won that game 9-6. That's how it ended. Yeah, look, we're playing nice football. Yeah. It's exciting.
There's quite a nice little balance there as well.
We're defensively really, and actually, before yesterday, we were like, our defence was only second to 2 other teams. Anyway, look, at right now, if he manages to turn what we had before into a top 4 spot, then he's done a miracle because we were shot to pieces. You remember the start of the season, and with the same players essentially, we've got Bergwijn who looks exciting.
Yeah,
won us a penalty.
Nice work rate as well.
Good work rate, pacey. Got a lot of nice little technical players and Ndombele, Lo Celso. Gedson's come in a lot of energy, just constantly all over the place, which causes problems. So
Ndombele didn't play, did he?
He didn't play, but he will play against.
He'll play.
He'll win.
Do you know what and Moura as well? I think he quite likes that little position in that little pocket.
Yeah, well, that's That's his greatest attribute is finding space and running in low percentage areas. So where most players would lose it, his greatest skill is you pick the ball at him and he runs. You know he's carrying it.
Because I think I probably misread him as a player because you think, oh, he's a good dribbler, he's got pace, but actually I think he looks quite comfortable in that. Yeah, and that sort of inside right bit where he got on the ball. Son is probably my favourite Premier League player.
Really? He's been really off form. He missed a lot of chances.
Yeah.
Gives the ball away. He was very sloppy yesterday.
But I just like the way he sort of like prances about.
Yeah, he does.
A bit. He's quite he's like a ballet player when he strikes it.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I like that.
So
This
title's coming, isn't it? It is coming.
What?
FA Cup maybe?
Yeah.
The
FA Cup,
Would you cry if you won the FA Cup? Would you cry?
I probably would have a little tear up. Yeah.
Last week you said it's
I would.
pointless.
Yeah, I would. So what did I say? It's pointless.
Yeah, you said it's end.
It's pointless if you're out or it looks like you're not going to win.
Sure, I agree with
you.
Yeah. Samuel Brooke Williams, a chat this in. I miss the days when you could see Flav's socks in these videos.
There you go. I'm not going to put them on the table because I've been walking around spotting ones today.
And this made me laugh. Quaylen O'Brien, Flav said in last week's pod, unless you're an employee at a football club, no one knows anything. Flav 5 minutes earlier. I can confirm Eze to Spurs for 15 million.
So I got that from someone who works in a football club. So
in the know. ITK, as you say.
He hasn't come back with anything else, so I don't know. We'll see, won't we? If he comes, 15 million, you can suck my cock. If he doesn't, then I'll suck your cock.
Seems fair. In that interview, they were saying, like, were there any bids? He said there were inquiries. And I thought...
What interview?
And the Warburton...
That's basically now
probably you, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably you. We were 2-0 down, 1-4-2 at the weekend.
I saw that.
Against Stoke. We scored so many goals. So earlier in the week, right? Someone had a screenshot. We at the same stage as the last 3 years, we've been in 16th place. We had the same points and the same goal difference. Once with one with Holloway, one with McLaren, and now one with Warburton.
Do you feel like there's more happening this time? So
yeah, I think the kind of the sort of machine of the entire club is much stronger this way because we haven't got money, so we need to develop players, which we are doing, and if you haven't got money, you need a place where teams like Spurs will let your players go, and you need people with good contacts to get different people.
Warburton has always had a good relationship with Tottenham. He took loads of Spurs players up to Rangers.
Oh really?
Luke Amos, Michael Ball, not Luke Amos, Ottawa, Michael Ball.
Yeah, I think that's huge for us, and we're 16th. I think we've got like the third highest goals scored.
Really?
It's mad.
Defend better.
Yeah. That'd be good. So take it as a condiment. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Dele Alli being like Dijon mustard because, like, you know.
Just before we got it, Craig, your mate, Stoke.
Yeah.
How did he take it?
I saw him before.
Did you give him a stick? Not really.
The thing is, it's the same. Like, it's like hitting a dog, like a puppy or something. Yeah. Like, you can't do that.
No.
And he's just like, every time I think we're getting somewhere. And then shit like we were terrible. I was like, yeah.
I interviewed him for. Honestly, I thought I was close to ending it at the end of the interview.
So trying.
He was just so sad about the whole situation. What was that about?
They were getting relegated. It was about relegation. They were getting relegated.
And he's looking. I was watching the interview, and he's just like, "It's over." And do you know what? And remember one thing he said. He goes, I don't think I'm ever going to watch the Premier League with my dad again. Like that. And I was like, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, that's real. That stuff's real.
It's definitely real.
I've done that with World Cups. I go, like, we've only got like 4 or 5. Like, my dad, did I tell you? My dad said this to me. He goes, I've just been thinking, maybe like, we should like put a bit of money away for Qatar. And I was like, Qatar? And he went, well, you've got this one. And then, this was, no, not Qatar. He said, because if I don't come to that one, the one after, I'm going to be like 70 odd. And I'm like, Dad, don't fucking say that to me, please. Anyway, different kinds of condiment. gear change, Flav, gear change. We're asking for people for their favourite condiments. Ezekiel says, don't sleep on burger sauce.
Burger sauce is like...
It's lazy for me. It's cheap.
Yeah, you're it's like if you're 14 and burger sauce ain't. We're talking like
the upper echelon.
Trackleman horseradish. right?
You shut up about Dragon Manure.
But I'm just talking about the levels here, not fucking burger sauce that you buy in Home Bargains.
Don't sleep on it. I will happily sleep on it.
Look, I'll eat that. I'll eat it, mate. I'll happily eat burger sauce. Love a bit of chips, bit of burger sauce. No problem with that at all. I like it, but it's not. It isn't what we're talking about here.
And ultimately, it's cheap. It's cheap ketchup and cheap mayonnaise.
Do you know, Ezekiel, you could do better, mate. You're sleeping on yourself.
Yeah, you're sleeping on yourself.
Yeah, you're sleeping on yourself, mate. You're underrated.
Will Heason. In the pub last week with the boys and got a bowl of chips as standard. Anyways, they've all put mayonnaise on the bowl. Brackets myself, not a usual mayonnaise guy, but bloody hell, it's risen to the top of my list.
Mayonnaise?
Last condiment, yeah.
Well, if you're going to have mayonnaise, it's got to be garlic mayonnaise.
No. Yes. The aftermath. It's too much.
What,
it's
I knew.
Sandwich. If there's a condiment that you add, you're only allowed one condiment for the rest of your life. So I'm talking versatility here, really, as much as anything. But I think mayonnaise is the one for me.
It's so boring.
Nah, but you can have that with some salmon. You can have that with any kind of potato.
I'm somewhere between, as I've said, what's it called? Reggae. Reggae barbecue marinade. Or
you like your new hot sauce, don't you?
Or the hot sauce is so versatile.
It is versatile.
It's so versatile.
It's great in a soup, bit of Tabasco. Just to say. Had it today. Maria Williams, normally I'm a huge fan of yours, but you let yourself down here, in my opinion. Just checking in, lads. Condiments has to be a bit of salad cream for me.
Salad cream? What, are you from the 1960s? That's salad cream? What are you on about? No one eats salad cream anymore. They're actually going out of business. The Heinz are going to stop running.
Really?
Yeah, well, they're thinking about it.
What is the point?
I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I'll tell you what winds me up. And
I don't get it. I don't get what it is.
It's cream that you put in your salad, isn't it?
It's not just cream, though.
It's like a thick galupius. It's people that say...
In your head, you've gone, I'm going to answer it. I don't know what I'm going to say, but it's going to answer.
Salad cream. I'll happily eat a bit of salad cream, but it's not like... You can't be your favourite, Maria. It's just freaky.
Okay, I agree. B-Boyd, English mustard is absolutely rank.
Ban him. You're banned.
Yeah, out. Stuart Fleming. That would be a great new bit. Oh yeah, lol, that would be a great new bit. Comparing players to condiments. Here we go. Okay. We can get something out of this, can't we? So, from now on, whenever you're ready, get in the comments and when it comes to you, the condiment to the player, offer it up. We've got a few examples already. Wayne Rooney's definitely...
He's a tub of mayonnaise.
He is a tub of mayonnaise,
isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little
full
bit.
fat.
Well, Stuart says Wayne Rooney is definitely a Lidl's own brand tomato sauce. But I think you're better. Yeah, tub, isn't it?
Tub.
Definitely not definitely not like any kind of squid you want.
What's your go-to ketchup? Is it Heinz?
Yeah, there's only one ketchup, isn't it?
No, Daddy's is good.
Really?
Daddy's is good.
Brave take.
Do you not like Daddy's?
Well, anyone. Yeah, but if you're veering away from Heinz, that's got such a monopoly over the game, isn't it?
It's good, obviously, Heinz.
I'm not crazy about ketchup.
Really, because because I've talked about ketchup quite a lot. Like they people say I'm like a child. Like it's a child thing to eat lots of ketchup.
Is a little bit.
Is it?
If it's like if you've got to have it on everything.
I don't have it on everything. I tell you what I do that winds everybody up is I put it on spaghetti bolognese.
That's insane.
It's rude as well, isn't it?
You just you like if especially if you're like whoever it is, if your missus whoever she spent like half an hour on getting that.
Oh,
got it, and then you go.
It's so true.
I'm like that actually, but if I make something, I go, why put? You don't use salt with that. That's perfect. It's a bit annoying.
I don't. Yeah, you shouldn't have salt on the table.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm bad for salt. I put salt on a lot of things.
Yeah, it's really bad for you.
Yeah.
There's enough salt in everything you're eating.
I know, but it doesn't taste as good.
I'll tell you what, instead of salt, get it's a nice little tip. It's called
ketchup.
No.
You ever think I'll read this one out? Orange Ape, Sriracha, which is a good sauce, but not as versatile, and it gets a bit congealed at the top.
It's a bit boring. It reminds me of Sam's Peoples.
Oh, well. Orange Ape says Sriracha is the Cristiano Ronaldo of condiments, absolutely top quality, and improves the diverse range of foods massively, just like Cristiano Ronaldo. And Ellie Nador, Deli Ali is brilliant on his day, but is so consistent. And then I said, old mustard.
What's old mustard?
Because if it's like gone off, then
not
it
very
can
good.
get that thing at the top.
It's alright.
Anyway, what was it? We've gone past it now, isn't it? It's gone.
I can't remember.
It's gone.
I can't remember.
What was it? No, it's gone. Toro has done very well for us here. So get ready, because he's given us every single kind of take there is. So not just checking in, lads. Here we go. And then in my head, he's taken a deep breath and he's gone. Hashtag calm take. Take out LFC this season. Take out Liverpool, and this season has been fun to watch. Literally anyone can beat anyone, any game.
Great take.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Brave take. Leicester won't make top 4. The struggle is well underway.
Okay, they're about 10 points clear though, aren't they?
Who is it? Yeah, God, it's tough for the top 4, isn't it? With Chelsea and you.
Yes, but well, it's not between us. It's quite close.
Sheffield United.
And if,
that'd be great, wouldn't it? They make Champions League.
No, the complete waste of a spot.
They do bits because it's like this year. Everyone's like, "What? What is it? Go around side then." But then they go into the Champions League and they'll be like, "What is this?" And it works again. You get one more year out of it.
Yeah,
it's clever. Hot take: tickles me pink to see City struggle this season. Pep to go. I don't think he will go because he's just committed his future. Reasonable take. The point about Arsenal giving up on this season also applies to United. Both would benefit from a fresh start in the summer and no Europe next season.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like, you know, if you don't get a season off without Europa League, you can absolutely fly and push on. Liverpool, when they ran close. I'm sure they had a season when they weren't in the Champions League.
The end of Klopp's first season, he was like,
no Europe.
Yeah. They finished like 8th or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's fair. You've got to be miles off. Like, you're too good to give up on the season.
No,
but United and Arsenal probably are.
I don't think they see it that way.
Arsenal did look good yesterday, but I still think it's just Arteta getting the best out of them.
Newcastle,
I don't think that's. I stand by from the start of the season. I've always said that squad's not great.
Yeah, I thought at the beginning Newcastle were doing all right.
Yeah, they were tidy enough. That Joe Linton is terrible.
I know. He's only scored 1 goal this season. Who's that against?
Oh yeah, it was a winner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was a moment where Maximum did when it's a brilliant run. You see, he's obviously gonna have a really tight angle. Joe Linton just doesn't even bother running into the box.
Really?
I couldn't believe it. It looks pissed off as well all the time. Just like.
He didn't have that great a record before joining Newcastle.
I saw Genius was talking about saying Genius on Match of the Day too. He said, "Well, I've heard stuff about Hoffenheim. He was playing on the left, and then he's like, stick him out on the left then, because he's not good enough for in the middle." Safe take: Liverpool are good at the football. Fair enough. Woke take: scrap VAR for subjective decisions, and it would be fine. The controversy is mostly coming from multiple refs having different opinions after seeing the same foul, handball, penalty. I agree with that.
I agree with it. I don't care anymore.
Practice, yeah. And double take. That's dated a little bit, but thank you, Toro. Well done. Woke takes: K Reese. Championship is in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Very woke. That is a woke take. And it's true. Do you know what? League One, between 1st and 6th, I think it is, or 7th, there's 6 points.
Amazing.
But people don't respect it.
Because the standard's so poor.
The standard's not that bad. Yeah, fair enough. I didn't believe it when I said it. T. Dyer Westfield, who was on our Discord the other week, which... Flav was a bit drunk on.
I was so drunk. I just never took this stupid. She kept shouting. What was shouting at? Why is it?
Just to say, if you are still listening or watching and you're not a patron, it was really good fun, and we've figured it out now. So we're going to be doing more Discords. So if you want to support,
do another one.
We'll definitely do another one. If you want to support the pod, $3 a month, get involved. But yeah, Oh no, it's not. I always get these two mixed up. Tyler Norton and T. Dyer Westfield. Sorry. Doesn't matter. Hashtag woke take. Everyone needs to stop judging VAR decisions based off a still image they saw on Twitter. There's more context needed. I was at Spurs again only a few weeks ago when everyone said Robertson should have been sent off for a tackle because the picture showed his studs near a Spurs player's leg, when the context was that he got the ball first and the players didn't really clash with each other. Fair enough.
I don't care about.
What do you think about the penalty
ever again.
What do you think about the Engels penalty though?
Penalty.
But no one really appealed for it, did they?
Right. Does that mean it's not a penalty?
I don't know.
I thought it was a penalty when it first happened, and then I watched it again and I was like, yes, that's definitely a penalty.
fair point. Top comments: big club versus small club, which we spoke about the other week. Owen Taylor: the argument over whether whether it's harder to support a big club or a small club, is just a manifestation of the English predisposition to be miserable. It's a contest on who ultimately has a shit time. Truly English to its core.
Excellent.
Very true. Emerson Boyce, I asked a Wigan fan, for a Wigan fan, to like give their perspective because they won the FA Cup, didn't they?
Yeah.
But then got relegated in the same season.
Good.
Wigan fan, had the highs and lows, much like James. Have to say it's a lot easier in the Prem, although walking League One brought some highs. It was incomparable to an away day at one of the big Premier League dogs and wanting to flick two big ones in their smug little faces.
Yeah, I can imagine. I like that.
Yeah.
I've never experienced it. I don't know what
potent.
Like I went.
When you were crap.
Madrid.
But when you were crap, you had your away days. You'd go to Chelsea or Man United. Yeah, and you're desperate to win those games.
When we were crap, but we are walking around thinking we're a big club, so it's different. Like even when we're terrible, you're like, oh well, we're still Spurs kind of thing. Even if that's true or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fair enough. This is a very woke take and a brave take actually. Sorry, not a woke take. George, I support Man United. I hear this whole one.
Right.
I support Manchester United. I'm not from Manchester and my local team is usually in League 1 or 2. I had a season ticket for a few years when I was younger but then stopped attending games. The higher quality of football in the Premier League provided a lot more enjoyment for me than the scrappy long ball tactics in the lower leagues. Because of the small size of the club, promotion to the top division is very unlikely and almost complete squad rotation occurs every season, which makes it difficult to make a connection with the team. I still follow the results and signings and would probably be more likely to go to the games if we reached a higher level, which probably won't go down well with some fans. I started supporting United when I was very young, obviously when they were much more successful, and I've been to many games at Old Trafford and watched virtually every game on TV. Now is obviously a more difficult period, but goes without saying you can't change who you support. So what I'm asking is, am I a fake glory hunting fan? Swellhead Spurs said, if you support the team because they were winning, yes.
Yeah, if the reason why you followed a football club because they were the best, then that is the definition of glory hunting. Yeah. It depends. Look, from my perspective, how I was brought up and how I was introduced to football, I didn't choose. I was told, this is your club. You don't pick your club picks you, ultimately.
Do you think you'd be as strong a fan of Spurs if they were of the level of Wigan?
Yeah.
You think you would?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. I'm not sure I would do a podcast about it or anything like that. I fully appreciate that doing the podcast is because there's a big audience there and it's worthwhile. But, yeah, look, the best times, I mean, like historically, for Spurs were the ones I shared with my brothers and my family. And... You know, the best game we've been to is one we lost. Your connection with QPR is so strong because your dad, and mine is the same with my family, and we are lucky that we had that as a part of our experience going because not everybody does.
So this is what I thought was interesting with it. Is like you are a glory hunting fan, George, because if you're just admitted yourself.
If you're 5 years old and you choose, it's like what can you do?
That's tricky. Yeah, that's tricky, and. You can't quantify caring, really. So, like, if you care, you care. Like, is it as authentic and as, if you want to be a moral crusader, is it ticking the boxes for that? Probably not. Does that matter?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you care? Whether you're glory hunter or not, if you care about your club, that's all the only thing that matters.
And ultimately, you probably just have to accept that. Like that's something I don't. That's a good thing that I get. Like I don't have. Like when people go, I get to tick some of these boxes, which does make me feel good. I go. Yeah, I've had a season ticket for 20 years. Yeah, I support a crap team. Yeah, I still support that crap team. I haven't turned my back on them. So I'm kind of like. I'm better than you. Yes. A little bit. There's like elements of that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just your circumstances are different.
Yeah. Like, and you clearly love football, whereas I love Tottenham. I don't really love football.
That's true.
So it's like Tottenham could be League 2 or whatever it is. It's still your club.
I saw this.
It's harder to follow because you can't watch them and stuff.
Is there anyone's specific skill, like one specific skill that a footballer has done whilst you've been watching football that you just turns you on?
Yes, it was Dimitar Berbatov against Braga in the Europa League. The ball came over from Huddleston. I think he took it on his knee, and then on the same off the knee, onto the volley into the middle of the goal. It was magical.
What about like a regular
Yeah, let me find it.
What about like a regular thing? Like, so for me, and we used to have this at the Great Touch Pod, was football turn-ons. And because I was watching this thing on Andrea Pirlo, talking about football's greatest, and he, like, players like him, players like Scholes, players like Ali Fowlin, players who can play a pass, players who play a pass and you don't see what it is. You don't go, and then it, like, the picture reveals itself to you. That for me is like, is so good.
I know,
so good. But yeah, I was just like that. I saw it on Twitter, like saying like certain things that you like fall in love with, literally a movement.
Yeah. I can't find it.
Oh, don't worry.
He's my favourite player. Like, he was a bit of an arsehole and obviously didn't care about the club, but he was just so good. Like, when he came, I'd watch him. My dad would, like, you know, like, it's a cliche. He goes, he's worth the ticket price on his own. Just some of the stuff he'd do.
This is good. I feel like I've found a new bit here, right? So, Berbatov or Sheringham. You can only have one.
What do you mean, like, in terms of one season? Just if you had one player for one season?
Nah, just broad you want. You can only have one in your team. You only can have Sheringham
they're
or
both snakes,
Berbatov.
aren't they, as well?
Swordsman. Because I'll do another one. I'll do one for the comments in a second. Because
I appreciate how good, like, Sheringham is a better forward than Berbatov, right? But
you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sheringham's incredible. Like, incredible.
I bet a lot of people would. You should talk about it on Fight Cock. I'd love to hear that. Who's a better player, Sheringham or Berbatov?
Maybe I will.
Do you think people would say?
I think Sheringham was the better player. He's a better footballer. But in terms of magician, doing things that you...
But by better footballer, do you mean like in terms of end product or talent?
More influential in the game. He made us play better because Teddy Sheringham was on the pitch. Whereas Berbatov would flit in and out of the game. You might not see him for 20 minutes and then suddenly he's got the ball and he's like, fuck, how's he done that?
Right.
So he's mercurial and magical, and for that, I still pick Berbatov.
That's fine. That is fine.
Yeah. Because that's what it's about, isn't it?
So here's another tough one for you guys in the comments. Andrea Pirlo or Xavi? You can only have one in your team. I know who I'm picking.
I'll probably pick Pirlo as well.
Yeah.
Champagne, isn't he?
He's champagne. He's so good. And his hair, his free kicks. So I'm going with Pirlo, but can you make an argument for Xavi? And let us know other, like, either or. That'd be good. Right, last few bits. No BDA from you guys, unfortunately. Good. Sick of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sick of it. Jurgen Klopp's weird little mate. Describe a manager in 6 words or less. It was Sammy Lee, sorry, he's gone. Gary Megson it was this week. Next week it will be...
Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche. Perfect. Nice link. So Sean Dyche, describe him in 6 words or less. Once again, you've done brilliantly this week. Well done. Blake Newton, Gary Megson is Sean Dyche's dad. Archie Keane, Gary Megson, Max Branning with FA coaching badges.
Is Max Branning the guy from
EastEnders? Yeah. He's only got a boxing podcast.
Yes, he has actually.
Dan Riley, Gary Megson, Paul Scholes' jolly big brother. I watched...
he hasn't got the best reputation, Gary Megson.
No, he's got a really bad one. And him and Warnock hate each other.
Yeah, apparently he's a bit of a wanker.
I've heard. I used to work... I did a work placement at Sheffield Wednesday with his son. His son was lovely.
Yeah, that's nice.
And actually,
Was he ginger?
No, he wasn't actually. He had blonde hair. But he said to me...
My dad's a cunt.
He said, no, my dad's told me Paul Jewell's going to leave Wigan after the last game of the season. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't even have 2 phones. I was just pretending. I called in anyone I could to try and get this bet over the line, and no one would take it.
What do you mean?
And then he did.
Do you mean calling anyone you could?
No, bookies.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mum, take this bet.
Mum. All right, Mum. What do you feel about Paul Jewell? Do you feel sick out?
So they knew as well, then, did they? That's why they.
They must have. Yeah, they must have known something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Inside knowledge. That's my Gary Megson story.
We knew that Jack Wilshere was going to Bournemouth about 3 days before he joined.
Really?
Yeah, because it was at Ball Street.
Who told us that? Can you say?
Yeah, what's his name? The agent who used to work with.
Oh, Owen.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, he's like, and we don't remember. Everyone started lumping on, and he went from like.
Oh, he's ultimate mad. Yeah. It's coming back.
He went to evens, and you're not allowed to do that. Like, you get fucking lots of trouble.
Right, Chris Sayer, Gary Megson, iron brew left on the windowsill. Conor McNamara, Steve McLaren's long lost twin. Fair. Luke Scanlon, I'll keep Ginger Nut fighting for kids' custody. This one must have stung. If Gary, if you're listening, put your hands over your ears. B-Tech Steve McLaren. Oh, what's England manager? Yeah. An essay, all day breakfast in a tin.
Lovely.
Last things last. This is the last ever home win, which I'm sure you'll also be happy to hear about. Because you're sick of the Cockney accent, but it's fine. But it coincides with the new Jaff and Lovers debut comment. Sean, because I feel like this is a good way to end home wins. Debut comment and home win. So it's 1 a.m. and I'm trying to fall asleep. I can hear a strange sound come from the downstairs. I'm up at 7 in the morning and really can't be asked to get out of bed. However, ultimately I relent. I head downstairs and to my horror I hear that it's the sound of running water. It's coming from the toilet and so I open it up to take a look. The water was leaking from the tank straight into the bowl, which is causing the float to hang down, creating a continuous cycle. Inspired by previous home wins and absolutely no knowledge of plumbing, I proceeded to physically hold up the float, let the water completely drain from the tank until the leak stopped, and then let go of the float to refill the tank, raising the float naturally. For no logical reason at all, this worked. I still have no idea what caused the leak and why it stopped. Pre-Jaffin, it would have really pissed me off that I'd lost 40 minutes sleep, but instead, I cannot even begin to describe the pure joy and ecstasy I felt having performed a legitimate home win. Love from Dublin, which is great.
Well done, mate.
And then the comment below it is Peter Allen, and he's got laughing emoji. He went, I actually have something similar happening at the moment, but have just left it. Time for a home win, I think. Then done the fun, and then he's edited his comment. And he's gone, I just gave it a go, and it worked like a charm. So the comment section coming together and having home wins.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's a good way to end home wins.
Yeah.
So we need some new bits. So think about them, which they naturally always come, don't they?
Should we leave shark facts as well?
You'll get sick of that as well.
Yeah? Well, I just want people that interested.
Last one. Let's finish all these. We're gonna need new bits, guys. Think of them. This will be your last shark fact. Let's make it a good one. Where are they? Oh no, it's an old thing. Oh no, there is. Let's go to the last one, because I imagine with 81 interesting shark facts, you said the best one to the end, wouldn't you? While the ostrich lays the largest eggs on land, the whale shark lays the largest eggs in the world. What? Whale shark? What's a whale shark?
Whale shark's the biggest fish in the ocean.
Does it look like a shark?
It looks like a whale, but it's a shark. Google it. Educate yourself.
Go on then. Let's have a look. This could blow my mind. They're huge, are they? You're saying this is the biggest? It's the biggest shark, or is it?
Biggest fish in the ocean.
Because a whale's a mammal. No.
Yeah.
Where is it?
They're not. They don't attack humans.
What's the point then? An egg from a whale shark measuring 14 inches in diameter was found in the Gulf of Mexico in 1953.
Do something then.
So nice. Shipwrecked sailors or ditched airmen. Death! Eating flesh. Flesh ripped by teeth. 3,000 of them. Shipwrecked sailors or ditched airmen may sometimes use what is called a shark screen bag that disguises the person's shape and keeps telltale scents from reaching cruising sharks in case they get eaten. Something. I'm right now. You got some form of. Do you think like you're,
No, but
everyone's out of the house, right? You go on Pornhub, and then all of a sudden there's this new category.
I wonder what happens.
And it's called like shark males.
Go to Pornhub and type shark porn. I wonder what happened.
Finish on that.
Incognito.
Always. Let's take this one back. What is it called?
You have to put the .com as well.
Do you know? Okay.
Quick.
Sharking.
I don't know.
Sharking.
Shark porn.
You want me to put in shark porn? Flav. It's Flav.
No, see, there's none.
Oh look. Shark versus snake.
Look.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Look at that.
What the fuck's that about? That's that fucking. Do you know what I don't get? That hentai. I don't understand.
What am
I doing? What am I doing?
That is disgusting.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
It's a cartoon. Like, why are people watching cartoons?
I don't know. Just want to skate, don't we all? So there's another podcast for you. If you're a Jaffin lover and you want more, me and Flav do a Skype every single week. Valentine's Day Nightmares was the last Skype last week, where I told a story about Nando's.
That was great.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to support the pod and get more content, then check us out on Patreon. Links in the description.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit 40k.
Well done, proud of you, mate.
Thank you for that. And we'll see you next week, probably. Bye.
Bye.